Yo, what's up y'all, Lord here, welcome back to the channel. We are back to Memnon Gaming to test one of the most hyped and anticipated game of 2022, Elden Ring itself. If just hearing the intro, it gets me hyped, just to able to start the network test service. This is my desperate playthrough of this network test service. Why I call it a desperate playthrough is because it's my desperate attempt to really showcase you guys in different episodes what this network test service and what Elden Ring is moving forward. Through the entire network test service, of course, I tested different mechanics of the games, the PvE and PvP, the co-op mechanics, the world itself, and just tried to delve myself into the lore even deeper. So in this last attempt is me trying to showcase you and as clear and beautiful streams as possible in different episodes what this game actually is, and of course hopefully you enjoy it yourself. But who are we actually? We are the Tarnished one. This is our land. We traverse to the lands of the fogs and the open seas to reach this beautiful place of our ancestors, and we are coming back here to reclaim it. That makes me think that this is not the very official start of the game itself. It's going to be much bigger, much more complex for us to understand. Like a journey towards in Dark Souls, the escape of the asylum, and a journey towards the Nexus and Demon Souls is much bigger and much more complex to understand it. But either way, guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Limgrave. Limgrave, according to our network test service, this is our starting points. This is where you have the picturesque, beautiful world that's opened up to you. The very first time I came here, I saw like I'm playing, I have the feeling of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I have the feeling of Fallout just opening up in a beautiful open world experience that's nothing you've ever seen before. Where you are going within the Elden Ring is truly going to be your choice moving forward. Where you are going, if you want to follow the main path, you always have the guidance of grace itself. Grace is our guiding tool that lead us towards the main story moving forward. Because Elden Ring is so vast and so big, they introduce the mechanics of grace that you will never lose your path if you want to know what the continuity is of the story moving forward itself.
Oh yes, Tarnished are we? Come to the lands between.
For the sake of the stream, let's continue to our story while we're listening to this first NPC encounter we have, an Elden Ring, of this beautiful story. He is going to tell us what the Elden Ring truly is about.
Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring. Of course you have. No shame in it. But I'm afraid you're plumb out of luck. You are meaningless. Unborn. Through the force and the strength of wounds. Feel free to go off and die in a ditch somewhere.
The fun fact is that the dialogue himself is written by Miyazaki himself and not by Jojo Omoto. But the NPC is actually letting us know for the very first time that it is still a brutal experience, it is still a Soulsborne game. And every challenge that you encounter is challenging, so you need to be very careful and you will die in a ditch more than once. Even though it is our land, the Tarnished one, we're coming back to reclaim it. It is still a Soulsborne game, it's not going to be that easy. This entire joke that the Soulsborne is trying to do us for the very first time. As you can see, the Tree Sentinel is actually a very engaging fight, and how you approach this fight is truly going to be up to you. The thing about the circumstances that we are engaging in different zone bosses and different area bosses. For example, here the Church of El. By allowing the Tree Sentinel to follow me everywhere around, he will destroy this entire complex to the game. And the cool thing is about it is there's a loot resist himself completely in the top parts of the church itself. By him allowing for us battling in this area, the church is going to be demolished. I will be able to reach certain points. Everything in the Soulsborne game and everything in Elden Ring itself has a form of mechanics and a certain form of understanding why certain things are the way they are. By allowing this Tree Sentinel to do what he does, like I said, I'll be able to reach the top parts of this church, and I'll be able to get the loot that I need. But all of that is gonna be, of course, for the retail version of the network test service. I'm not gonna spoil everything. As you saw already, that the flask system of the Dark Souls are back in Elden Ring itself. Flask is the way how you can min-max what you want between HP and MP and for more survivability and overland gameplay. The inventory system is all things that we know and love from the Soulspawn game from Dark Souls itself.
You're tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods. I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
Kali has many more of these nomadic NPCs. You can find them scattered around the Elden Ring itself. But unique thing about these NPCs, they spawn to different time zones and different areas. So it's very important that you understand the concept of exploration itself and truly immerse yourself into the game. If you're looking for something very unique, you can only find that and through specific NPCs that might be only spawning himself to a specific time zone. What I just picked up right there is called himself the rune fragments. Rune fragments are, according to the lore itself, are fragments of an old temple that resist himself to the end of the sky itself. The beauty thing about Elden Ring itself and the network test service that we learn actually is that this game is not holding your hand. This game is now telling you which paths you need to follow. But it does advise you actually to truly explore yourself and immerse yourself to the game completely. There's so much lore you can find, there's so much interaction you can find from NPCs, from world bosses to an open world events that you can only find to different form of time zones. And that will become clear as well through the stream itself. So how you approach certain areas, it truly depends on your own playstyles and your own knowledge of your surrounding itself. One of the key things I truly wanted to test in this test server is the survivability and the option of stealth in the game itself. Knowing the Soulspawn game, we're definitely gonna have more than one class actually we can immerse yourself into this game. During the test service we only received 4 classes as you saw in the beginning that we could test moving forward. But knowing the Soulspawn game, you're gonna have more than one class actually to truly immerse yourself into the game. So stealth is truly a viable option in Soulspawn's game, and definitely the Elden Ring itself. How you approach different zones is truly is going to be for you to decide. We all know the standard classes we have on the Soulspawn game, the assassins, the thief, all those beautiful classes. That definitely are going to come back, knowing the Soulspawn game and the different form of lore mechanics we find left and right. For us to truly immerse yourself, and for those who want to create a stealth builds, it's truly a valuable option. So. What I created right there, it's called himself and weapon arts. The Thunderbolts. While I equipped my weapon to my two-handed ability, I created a devastating new ability. It's called himself and weapon arts. And towards the Elden Ring itself, you have different form of weapon arts you can find and scatter themselves left and right. By applying that to your weapon, it changes your weapon skills to complete a different form of build. In the old days, actually, if you want to level up your character, you level up your class. Actually, you have to go to Andre and min-max your character the way you want to min-max it. Right now in the Elden Ring itself, by applying your weapon arts, you are changing your playstyle of your character significantly. So certain weapon arts scale himself from intelligence, other from quality, dexterity, and just strength, and just name it. By applying it towards your weapon, you are applying the way you are going to play and how you're going to min-max your character moving forward. we shouldn't forget that Elden Ring is still an RPG. So how you fashionize yourself and your character is truly going to depend on your own playstyles. Every single armor has a form of lore mythology. The reason I chose the Bloody Wolf in this playthrough, and why I love this concept of this character, because the wolf is a cunning, steadfast and deadly. These warriors have no fear and face down death with an unmatched figure and proud. If you take a very closer look actually in the armor set of the Bloody Wolf itself, you understand that the armor of the wolf is the armor worn by Vagram the Bloody Wolf. According to lore, he was one of the first Tarnished to visit the Round Table Hold. According to the legend itself, the wolf are the shadows of the Imperium Vagram, aspires such state of himself. This lore mechanics truly explains how beautiful this game actually is. This marks as well the very important aspect that we actually were looking for in this zone, was the map of Limgrave itself. This we're going to open up actually our exploration in the game and understanding how vast this game actually is, and it's going to help us moving forward in exploring every hook, nook and cranny in this game itself. This also makes us the very first important gravestone we're going to find. It's going to explain us the lore and a very important NPC for us to find.
Greetings, traveller from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the two fingers, offering guidance and aid to the Tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning rune fragments into strength, to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree. Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
The lands between, once a perfect world sheltered under the luminous golden aura of the Elder Tree, bathed under the absolute law of the Elden Ring. In this land between, there was no place for error, no place for failure, no place for imperfection. Except one imperfection that lost its grace completely from the Elder Tree. That was us, the Tarnished One. Something must have happened that for us, the Tarnished One, that we lost our grace from the Elder Tree itself. Our story moves forward, our returning back to the Elden Ring after the start of the Great War between all the demigods. After the Elden Ring has been shattered for unknown reasons. We are the Tarnished Ones, we are coming back to our ancestors' land to reclaim our claim to the to become the Elden Lord. The story of the Elden Ring is something that's supremely unique, and of course we're gonna dive even deeper in different lores within Astronaut Entertainment. just a small glimpse actually what this lore is actually is all about. For that aspect, let us take a very closer look to the closest point that we can get towards the Elder Tree within the test demo itself. That is Stormhill. Stormhill is one of is where the giants live in the network test servers. It is a place where you can actually farm quite a nice form of Elden Ring souls, I could say, to level up your character. I found this zone actually one of the best places actually if you want to leveling up your character for the very first time and really test the mechanics of your steed for the very first time. This is the place for you to go. If it comes to horse riding and in Elden Ring itself, there's nothing actually I can explain or say that certain mechanics you can compare it towards. The only thing I can say is that the horse riding in Elden Ring is feel very smooth and it feels amazing, it feels good, it feels correct, it feels how it's supposed to be feel. There's no way I can describe it in a correct way. It's that I'll let you know, it's just like it feels okay, it thrives perfectly. Just a sheer form of mechanics that is needed actually, just to imagine yourself to be able to have a four-legged beast that can move flexible over a land mass that is massive like the Elden Ring is. That is a steadfast feast that we should not be taken any lightly. If you are a fan of horse riding mechanics and fighting and those kind of beautiful stuff, also melee and magic, then you're truly gonna love Elden Ring. Because the flexibility you have actually in fighting in this type of way is truly amazing, and it's truly gonna be for those guys who love this type of playstyles. I personally love it. I absolutely love it. It really shift the balance actually how you're supposed to play in Elden Ring itself. This world is truly as fast, and how you interact in this world is truly always going to be your choice. The thing I love about the Elden Ring itself and the Soulsborne is the beauty and aestheticness not only of the world that you are playing in, because this world looks absolutely beautiful. For the first time I played Elden Ring, I was completely afraid actually that this world actually is going to be not artistically beautiful. But the thing is about Elden Ring and the Soulsborne game, the Soulsborne game they tell their own story in a form of a painting, I call it. They have a unique style, a unique art style. When the first 3D came to actually how the world actually looks like, I was thinking, I was saying like, that you guys don't know what the Elden Ring or what Soulsborne game actually is. If you look every single Soulsborne, they have a very unique playstyle, a very unique style of themselves. It's like you're playing in a painting. And through that you will understand the lore mechanic and the lore of this world itself. It's so amazing, so exquisite. But talking about lore, for instance, well, we do know actually that from the lore guidance that we received actually is that the Golden Order has been shattered through the lands between demigods holding shards of the Elden Ring, squabble and making war over the ruins of the Perfect Realm, now abandoned by the golden guidance of the Greater Will. As the echoes of this conflict thunder in the distance and Asgard arrives, once their ancestors called the land between home. But the blessed light of the grace was lost to the tribe long ago, and they were expelled from the kingdom. They are the Tarnished, and they have returned to claim the Elden Lordship promised to them by legends. It is just a brief claim of well Elden Ring is what this beautiful title actually is. So I'm in form of lore mechanics how the world actually looks like. For me personally, it looks absolutely beautiful and it fits perfectly, just perfectly how this world is supposed to look like. And of course, if in the retail version comes out for the first time, I truly hope that they polish the game even further. Me playing in this game for the very first time, I have zero form of let's say unbalanced situations in form of frame rates. I have had it a few times. I think you saw it as well in the beginning of the stream, that's right. A few frame drops I have left and right. I have a few times that the game shut himself in form of connection problems, but in generally I didn't have a lot of problems in form of stability in the game itself. So I truly hope when the retail version comes out that they polish the frame rates even better, that we have a solid 60 frames per second game, and a world looking even more polished than we're looking right now. And I'm confident actually it's going to be the case moving forward. Because for me right now this game looks absolutely beautiful, even though while recording this, I was recording this on an older system itself. I'm now recording this on the newest installation I have right now at home. Rendering everything moving forward. So I always say that even on the older system I was playing this game truly looks absolutely beautiful. So I can now wait to play this on the max settings actually of my systems I have right now, to really see actually how beautiful this game actually looks like for the very first time. Note to self, gravity is a thing in Elden Ring. The steed nor myself are immortal. That theory is debunked as well. I think the importance of the steeds cannot be mentioned enough. The level of freedom you actually receive by just having the steed and the sheer size of the Elden Ring is gonna be specified enough. From the trailers that we already saw a map version of it, and what we're playing already in Elden Ring right now is only a small fraction of it. But just for us to be able to reach one point to one point, it's very important that we have a fast travel system, because on the network, the servers already, it's absolutely massive. And how I approach different form of scenario and fights, it truly is important as well, like I keep mentioning. For example, if I had a bow, I can aim to his horse and dismount him to that. He will fall on the ground. When he's on the ground, I can damage him afterwards, like it's happening right now when I'm doing it with swords. Now he's on the ground, I can do damage towards him in a different way. The same concept can be applied as well if I'm doing magic. And how you approach this game is truly always going to be your choice, and how you do it, and on foot or on horse ride. Let's go back to the Church of Ellen, and as we see actually how the inventory system works and the scaling system for how it actually works. I have a small glimpse about what Kali actually has to offer for you. Kali, like I mentioned before, is one of the different vendors you have in the game itself, and it sells you different form of trinkets, different form of goods. From Kali we need a few specific things actually that will help us in form of moving forward in the game itself. First of all is the summoning that we need. The summoning is a very powerful beast summoning of just overall summonings you have that truly helps you from survivability in the game itself. That truly shifts your combat style completely, and it will be showcasing you and an extended stream moving forward. What we also receive from Kali itself is the crafting kit. The crafting kit is one of these most important tools you actually have in the game itself. That is actually allows you to craft different form of trinkets, from bombs, arrows, poison, just name it. For every single thing you loot from your overall experience and overall end gameplay, everything you found, you can reuse it in your crafting kit to craft yourself different form of trinkets left and right. As you saw as well in the form of leveling mechanics, actually it's the same inventory system that we have in the Dark Souls series. That shows actually that Elden Ring is truly a love letter actually for everything that we know and love from the Soulsborne game. From Demon Souls to Dark Souls to Bloodborne itself. From leveling design, from open world experience, and even dungeons that we will find and see moving forward into the game itself. But fortunately for us, we are working to the end of our stream, because I like to keep my streams as short as possible and really allowing you guys to immerse yourself in the beauty of this game and different episodes all the way to the end. We can truly see what this Elden Ring is actually about until we reach the retail version of it. And of course, like usually, if you like this content, definitely don't forget to press a like, you comment down below, and you subscribe yourself to the channel to keep us posted on everything has to do with gaming entertainment. I'm your host, the Lord Memnon. Also, thank you very much for sticking around with me and for chilling with me. If you have any form of questions, you always can hit me on Discord, any other social media pages that's been written on the description down below. I'm always here to answer, and I'm always here to answer your question in my best of my abilities. I'll stay safe out there, and I'll see you all very, very soon on the next episodes and all the way to the retail version of Elden Ring.